What's up, KFG family? It's your boy, People John 25, and today I'm going to do my WWE Raw review and results and tropical brawl on the Go show. Hit that like button, hit that red button, let's get started. Raw show was just terrible. It was just terrible. Tonight's WWE Raw opens up with a normal intro video package. Then we're live from the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts as the power goes off inside the arena. Big Joseph welcomes us to Raw. He joins by WWE Hall of Famer Jerry Lawler. There is no sign of Dale Madden, who is still off TV after the attack by WWE Brock Lesnar 2 weeks ago. We go into the ring and out comes Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch as her power goes off. Mike Rome does the introduction. Becky Lynch addressed SmackDown's Women's Champion Bayley and WWE NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler, who recently happened. She doesn't want to wait until Survivor Series. She wants to fight tonight. The music interrupts and out comes the Iconics, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. The Iconics are garbage. The Iconics heard Becky Lynch about Survivor Series and couldn't stay quiet. The Iconics entered the ring as they go on about being the future. The Iconics are not the future in WWE. I'm just going to keep it real. They are not the future in WWE. Becky interrupts and she proposed to be in Charlotte's Flair tagging tonight, but a better future will be Becky versus the Iconics right here. They agree. We will be ready for a fight, but the music hits and out comes Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair says that's fine. That's fine if Becky wants the Iconics all to herself. She doesn't want to team with Becky, but their forces want them together. Charlotte Flair goes on about she's leading Team Raw in the 15-woman elimination match at Survivor Series. She enters the ring and out comes Samoa Joe. She enters the ring and out comes Samoa Joe as his music hits. Joe marches out and we go to the commercial. Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch versus the Iconics. This match was garbage. Back from the break, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce attack behind as the bell hits. Samoa Joe is on commentator. Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair fight the Iconics off. Billie Kay comes back and drops Flair for a 2 count. More back and forth for a few minutes. The Iconics keeps control, but double team Charlotte Flair once again. Peyton works Flair around and comes Billie for more double team in the corner. The chaos leads to Flair getting the figure for 8 on K for the win, and Becky Lynch tops Royce. The winner of the match, Becky Lynch to Charlotte Flair. After the match, Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch head up to the ramp as NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler, Jessamine Duke, and Maria Shafir hits the ring to attack the Iconics and clear them out. Flair and Lynch runs back to the ring as a 2-on-3 brawl breaks out. Shayna Baszler takes out Becky Lynch as the other two double team Charlotte Flair in the corner. The NXT superstars eventually exit through the crowd, but Lynch and Flair chase after them to get more shots in. The fight is broken up once again. Becky Lynch isn't satisfied. She draws a security guard with a right hand to the face. Fans chant for Becky Lynch as we go to commercial break. That was a good right hand by Becky Lynch dropping the security guard. Back from the break, we see what just happened. Charlie Caruso is backstage with Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins to talk about Raw tag team title shots against the Viking Raiders. The authors of pain, Akon Resource suddenly appear. AOP gets in their faces of Ryder and Hawkins, then unloads on them and destroys them. AOP trash talks and walks away with Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins down on the ground. That was good. I'm glad to see Authors of Pain and Raw destroying Karl Hawkins and Zack Ryder. I wouldn't mind this. I wouldn't mind it. Karl Anderson versus Humberto Carrillo. We go into the ring and out comes first the OC Karl Anderson and Luke Gallows and the WWE United States Champion AJ Styles. We see tensions between Ricochet and Randy Orton from last night. AJ Styles takes the mic and says he wants to make a statement these idiots can't understand. AJ says he would love to defend the United States champion against Humberto Carrillo. Luke Gallows talks about how when you disrespect one of the members of OC, you disrespect them all, which is why Karl is going to be Humberto Carrillo tonight. They go on about the OC being the best tag team in the world and having their trophy, and the OC being the club that matters. The music hits, and out comes Humberto Carrillo. Karl Anderson strikes first with a big boot to the gut. Carrillo comes back and flies, taking Anderson down. Gallows and AJ Styles pull Karl Anderson to safety, and as Carrillo is looking on to hit a moonsault. Carrillo teases a leap out, but the music hits, and out comes the Street Profits to even the odds. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins walks down to the ramp as Humberto runs the ropes and leaps out, taking the OC down on the outside. Humberto stands with Ford and Dawkins on the ramp as we go to commercial break. Back from the break, Anderson with the 2 count as he keeps Carrillo grounded. Anderson with another 2 count as the OC cheers him on. Carrillo finally mounts some offense as Ford and Dawkins cheers him on. Carrillo with a moonsault for a 2 count. Carrillo rocks Anderson with a slap and leaves with a big crossbody for another 2 count. Carrillo springboards, but Anderson catches him with a spine buster in the middle for a close 2 count. More back and forth now. Carrillo gets rocked with a few times out of the corner. Carrillo fights and looks to go to the top, but there's chaos from both teams on the outside after the OC first tries to interfere. This leads to Ford and Dawkins helping Carrillo gets the roll up on Anderson for the pin to win. The winner of the match, Humberto Carrillo. After the match, Carrillo and the Street Profits head to the stage and celebrate as the music hits. Charlie Caruso is backstage with Seth Rollins, goes on about Andrade giving him some praise at the point and says he will prove more times why it's Monday Night Rollins as he burned it down later on. Charlie Caruso says coming up we have some big breaking news that you will have to see. Back to commercial break. No Way Jose versus Bobby Lashley. This match is garbage. This match was a waste of everybody's time. We go to the ring and out comes Bobby Lashley with Lana. No Way Jose waits in the ring. Lana takes the mic and says this is the happiest day of her life because she has filed for divorce for Rusev. She also has some bad news. The Rusev Day chants get louder. Lana says we will no longer see her soon to be her ex-husband as she has gotten a restraining order against him in the state of Massachusetts. Rusev can't come within a certain number of miles from her. Lana says they just want Rusev out of their lives so they can be together forever. The Rusev Day chants begins again as the bell rings. Lashley goes right to work on Jose. Lashley takes control early on, but Jose keeps fighting. Lashley easy slams Jose, then runs him over. Jose is still on. Samoa Joe is still on commentator. Lashley catches Jose with the one arm and spikes him onto the mat. Some fans boo Lashley as he posed Lana. As he posed, Lana looks on as Lashley locks in the Phil Nelson and No Way Jose brings him down and getting the win as the referee calls the match. The winner of the match, Bobby Lashley. After the match, Lashley stands tall with Lana to celebrate his return to the ring. They start making out and going down to the mat, but they come right back up and continues kissing. Jerry Lawler is disgusting. I agree with Jerry the King Lawler. This was disgusting. Still to come, Kevin Owens versus Drew McIntyre, and also Seth Rollins defends his Survivor Series spot against Andrade. We go back to commercial break. Seth Rollins versus Andrade. This match was good. Back from the break, and out comes Seth Rollins into the ring. Seth Rollins is putting his Survivor Series team captain spot for Raw up for grab with this match. The music hits, and out next comes Andrade with Zelina Vega. Andrade will be put on the team Raw if he wins this one. Zelina Vega takes the mic before the match, and he talks Andrade up as the greatest in-ring technician and the one will lead Team Raw to victory. Fans boo. The bell rings and they lock up. Trading hold Vega cheers Andrade on as we get another look at Samoa Joe at the announcer table. Rollins and Andrade tangle onto the mat now. We get a stalemate as some fans cheer them on. Seth Rollins and Andrade go to lock up again, but Andrade kicks him and take control with ease. Vega yells at the referee. Rollins takes Andrade back down and comes up on his feet first as they stare each other down. Rollins takes control and bringing Andrade down to the mat to ground him. Andrade fights out again and they collide with big shoulders. Andrade shoves Rollins. They ran to the rope again, and Seth Rollins gets the upper hand with arm drag this time, taking control for a pop. Zelina Vega looks on and she's not happy. They started running to the ropes again until Andrade nails a dropkick for a 2 count. Andrade with a big chop in the corner. Now Seth Rollins avoids a dropkick and comes back with one of his own for a one quick count. Seth Rollins and Andrade with a big strike now. Seth Rollins with a running forearm in the corner to rock Andrade. Andrade sends Seth Rollins to the apron and he fights back. Zelina Vega provides a distraction, sending Seth Rollins onto the floor. Vega comes at Rollins off the apron, but she gets sent to the floor. The referee ejects Zelina Vega back and she screams in protest. Andrade springboards to the corner and leaps out, taking Seth Rollins down on the ground. We go to commercial break. I'm glad the referee banned Zelina Vega. That's all I gotta say. That was a good call by the referee. Now Andrade and Seth Rollins can have their one-on-one match in peace. But continue. Back from the break, Andrade works on the arm. Seth Rollins piles up but hits the sling blade. Rollins comes off the second rope with a blockbuster for another pop. Seth Rollins sends Andrade out and runs to the rope for a big suicide dive. Seth Rollins goes back in and runs for another suicide dive. Seth Rollins brings it back and keeps control for another 2 count. Seth Rollins cranks up for the stomp now, but kicks in the gut instead. Andrade blocks the stomps, but Seth Rollins kicks him. A buckle bomb is buckled by Andrade. Andrade goes on with more offense in the corner, but Seth Rollins kicks out just in time after running double knees. Seth Rollins fights off the hammerlock DDT. More back and forth as they tangle. Seth Rollins with the buckle bomb and a kick to the face for a 2 count. They get up and trade stiff shots in the middle of the ring. Seth Rollins with a knee to the gut, kicking chops. Andrade blocks the Falcon Arrow and more back and forth now. Andrade gets on and hits the 3 straight suplexes, and Seth Rollins still kicks out at 2. Andrade can't believe it. Andrade climbs up and they tangle in the corner. Andrade ends up going for the double stomp, but miss. Seth Rollins also misses a stomp. Seth Rollins nails a super kick in the Falcon Arrow in the middle of the ring for another 2 count. Seth Rollins climbs to the top and the Lucha House Party ends up running down to shove him to the floor and the triple team Rollins. The winner of the match by disqualification, Seth Rollins. Now this match was good. But after the match, Andrade looks on in shock as Kalisto, Lynch, Dorado, and Grand Metallic destroys Rollins at ringside. They enter the ring and beat Andrade down now. Rollins makes the save for Andrade, fighting the 3 SmackDown superstars off as fans pop. Lucha House Party retreats to the ramp, showing off the blue brand T-shirt as Rollins and Andrade trade looks. Andrade proposes another match. It looks like they both giving each other verbal props, and Seth Rollins says, "We will do this again down the road." Rollins makes his exit as the music hits. The best part about it, Samoa Joe was laughing at the Lucha House Party because the Lucha House Party got 0 reaction. That was the best part about Samoa Joe. But let me continue. Vic says Zack Ryder and Curt Hawkins were injured by the Authors of Pain earlier and are unable to participate in the title match with the Viking Raiders. We see Buddy Murphy walking backstage. He stops at the door and knocks, then announces that he is here to pick a fight with Aleister Black. Nothing happens. Buddy Murphy walks off and says just like he thought and all talk, Murphy leaves. Black comes out for a few seconds later, looking for who was looking for him. Now sign me up. Buddy Murphy versus Aleister Black. Sign me up. I would love to see that match. Sign me up. We see a black SUV pulling up in the back. Triple H steps out and enters the arena as we go to commercial break. Give the keys to the kingdom, Triple H. Triple H knows what he's doing. That's all I gotta say. And I know people in the comment section are gonna agree with me with what I just said. But let me continue. Back from the break, we see CM Punk debut on WWE backstage last night. Akira Tozawa versus Buddy Murphy. We go to the ring and out comes Akira Tozawa. First, we get a pre-recorded backstage promo with Akira Tozawa warning Buddy Murphy and speaking some in Japanese. The music hits and out comes Buddy Murphy to the ring. The bell rings. They lock up, going at it. Buddy Murphy forces to the arm and takes Tozawa down by it. More back and forth on their feet. Tozawa with a big chop. Buddy Murphy takes moves but just eats them. Tozawa dodges a high knee in the corner. More back and forth with Tozawa keeping control and spiking Murphy down with a hurricanrana. Tozawa sends Buddy Murphy out of the ring, runs the ropes. Tozawa leaps on Buddy Murphy and grabs him in midair and drops him head first on the floor with a big suplex. The referee counts. Buddy Murphy backs into the ring for a close 2 count. Buddy Murphy keeps control and applies an ambitional stretch. More back and forth. Tozawa ends up taking Buddy Murphy down with a huge super kick to the jaw. Buddy Murphy sends Tozawa to the mat and kicks him with another big shot. Tozawa stands up on the top and hits a missile drop kick. Tozawa with a running kick to the face in the corner. Tozawa lands a kick and misses one. More back and forth. Tozawa catches Buddy Murphy with the German suplex into a 2 count. Akira Tozawa charges in with a shining wizard for another close 2 count. Tozawa goes back to the top for the jumping senton, but Buddy Murphy avoids it. Akira Tozawa rocks him up top. Akira Tozawa leaps up with a big kick. Buddy Murphy sends Tozawa to the mat, but he runs back up. Buddy Murphy slides down, but this leads to Akira Tozawa spiking Murphy face first with another hurricanrana. Akira Tozawa sends Buddy Murphy out and brings him back in. Akira Tozawa goes up to the top but takes his time. Buddy Murphy ends up laying over the middle rope, selling a move. Akira Tozawa leaves from the top a huge backsplash onto Buddy Murphy laid over the middle rope. Akira Tozawa still gets just a 2 count. Akira Tozawa unloads with strikes. Buddy Murphy rocks Akira Tozawa and nails Murphy Murphy's law for the pain. Law for to the pin to win. The winner of the match, Buddy Murphy. After the match, Buddy Murphy stands tall over Akira Tozawa as we get a replay. We go backstage to Erick Rowan. We see him talking to what appears to be the living object that stays in his mystery carrying case. We go to commercial break. That segment was garbage. That segment was garbage with Erick Rowan. I don't know who was he talking to, but that segment was just garbage. Erick Rowan versus Alex Malcom. Erick Rowan versus Alex Malcom. This match I didn't really care about. This match was garbage as well. We go to the ring and out comes Erick Rowan. Enhancement talent Alex Malcom waits in the ring. The same brothers, WWE 24/7 champion Samir Sign and Sign suddenly appear at ringside. R-Truth chased them down, but he gets scared to run away to the back by himself. Can somebody get rid of the 24/7 champion, please? Nobody cares about the 24/7 champion. At least the hardcore champion has more sense than the 24/7 champion. But someday I would love to see that 24/7 champion go away. That's all I gotta see. But back to it. I just have to prove my point. It's the truth. The 24/7 champion is garbage. The bell rings, and Erick Rowan goes to work on the enhancement talent, launches him over the top onto the same brothers. Erick Rowan goes on and takes them all three down at once again. Erick Rowan brings his victim back into the ring and hits the Iron Claw slam for an easy win. The winner of the match, Erick Rowan. I don't even care about this match. This match was garbage. After the match, Erick Rowan stands tall as his music hits. He goes on to the steps and takes some to whatever is in the mystery covered carrying cage. We go to replay. Erick Rowan takes his mysterious pet to the back. Still to come, Kevin Owens versus Drew McIntyre. Charlie Caruso is backstage with Randy Orton. She asks about the team Raw members getting along for just one night to win at Survivor Series. Randy Orton says he has a history of playing well with others. If it benefits him, he goes on and says he is the greatest Survivor Series superstar of all time. Randy Orton says if the Viking Raiders wants a fight tonight, then he will be waiting in the ring with a partner of his choosing, which is Ricochet, one that will benefit him. Okay, moving on. Kevin Owens versus Drew McIntyre. This match was good. This match was really good. We go to the ring and out comes first Kevin Owens for the next match. Drew McIntyre is out next. The bell rings. Drew takes control with a big shot. Owens comes back with a side slam and drops a drop kick. Kevin Owens works over Drew McIntyre in the corner and backs after the referee warns him. Drew turns it around and nails a net breaker for his own for a 2 count. More back and forth as they fight to their feet now. Drew rocks Owens and lights him into the corner. Drew charges shoulder first, but he's in the ring post as Owens moves. Owens runs and hits a big corner cannonball to Owens. Owens keeps control for a few more minutes. Drew fights back on the outside. Drew blocks a shot into the ring post as the referee counts. Owens drops Drew at the 6 count. Owens comes to the apron and catches Drew with a kick. Drew grabs Owens' leg and launches him off the apron into the barrier. Owens lands hard against the barrier as we go to commercial break. Back from commercial, and Drew McIntyre Owens down with knee to the center of the back. Drew keeps control and keeps him grounded in the middle of the ring. They fall up and out. Owens knocks Drew to the floor for a few times. Owens rocks to the floor, followed with a big cannonball from the apron. Owens gets a big pop the crowd now. Owens brings it back into the ring and plays the crowd some. Fans rally for Owens. They both collide a huge shot on the apron to stun each other. Drew waits on the apron, but Kevin Owens super kicks him. Drew drops Owens on the apron again. More back and forth now. Owens goes back down onto the floor, but makes it back at the 8 count. Drew stays on top of him and hits a big sitting powerbomb for a 2 count. Drew takes control, takes Owens to the top and chops him. Drew climbs up for a superplex and Owens blocks it. Owens fights back with headbutts Drew to the mat. Kevin Owens follows up with a big fall splash, but it's just a 2 count. Kevin Owens is frustrated some now. Kevin Owens waits for Drew to get up. Drew blocks a stunner and Owens super kicks him. Drew drops Owens with a clothesline. Kevin Owens catches Drew with a big pop-up powerbomb, but somehow Drew still kicks out at 2. He can't believe it as well. This is awesome chant starts. Kevin Owens keeps control and goes back to the top. Kevin Owens flies for a big senton, but Drew gets his knees up and blocks it. Owens laying hard. Drew fights but runs into a super kick. Drew blocks a stunner coming right back with a claymore kick from out of nowhere, but Owens gets his foot on the bottom rope to break the pin. The crowd pops big time. Drew can't believe he argues with the referee. Drew goes for the big DDT. Owens blocks it for a 2 count of his own. They tangle some more and Owens nails a stunner. They both down. Kevin Owens took much time to crawling over Drew and gets his boot to the bottom rope and breaks the pin. Drew catches a super kick and drops Kevin Owens with a big future shock DDT, but Owens kicks out at 2. It's a happy fan chant. This is awesome now. They tangle some more and Owens hits the big stunner. The music suddenly hits and out comes Triple H in his suit. Triple H stands at the entrance and looks down at the ring as we go to commercial break. Back from the break, Triple H is in the ring with Kevin Owens. We see some WWE NXT superstars out at ringside. The Forgotten Sons, Dominic Dijakovic and Damian Priest. Triple H calls for a water and hands it to Kevin Owens. He says this was a hell of a match. He gets a pop from the Boston crowd. He goes on about he's wrestling history in Boston and says Kevin Owens and Ron's made magic in the ring. Triple H says Owens knows why he's here. Same general reason why he was here for Seth Rollins, but different. Triple H goes on about why he's liking Rollins, but says Owens is different. A different breed. Triple H goes on about how Owens turns on his best friend and win the NXT title and has guts to walk into Raw and pick a fight with John Cena on Raw, and Cena left Raw with the ambulance that night. Triple H goes on praising Owens for how he helped Lamborghini leg Timothy's NXT put it on the map. He says Owens, then taken from NXT, probably didn't want to leave. He goes on about how people on the main roster indicate to Owens that they didn't want him there, and they didn't believe he belonged there on the main roster. Triple H knows where Kevin Owens belongs. He goes on about how good Kevin Owens is in the ring and how ring smart he is. Triple H sees a guy who doesn't fit that mold, and Triple H loves it. Triple H points to the NXT man at ringside and says they're here just these two can have their conversation, not to attack Owens, but or any like that. They come here just for Owens, but Owens' teammates are in the back, and none of them are coming to help Kevin Owens from a potential attack because they didn't give about Kevin Owens. Triple H says guys in the back are also known they will get their handed to them if they come out and prove that NXT is an A show. Members of the Raw locker room comes out into a brawl, breaks out at ringside. Breaks out at ringside. Kevin Owens to suddenly attack from behind from the ring by the Undisputed Era NXT Champion Adam Cole, North American Champion Roderick Strong, NXT Tag Team Champions Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong as Triple H watches. The OC WWE United States Champion AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, Karl Anderson hits the ring to make the save as the Undisputed Era retreats through the crowd. Triple H is now watching from the stage. The OC yells from the ring as the Undisputed Era turns them from the crowd. The other superstars fall to the back. We go to commercial. We go backstage at Charlotte Caruso and Humberto Carrillo. She announces Humberto versus the WWE United States Champion AJ Styles for next week's Raw. Humberto speaks some about the match is ready to win a title. This doesn't make any sense. Why is Humberto Carrillo getting another United States Championship? It doesn't make sense. Anyway, Charlie Caruso sends us to Paul Heyman, who is breaking news as well. Heyman talks about recently happenings between the WWE Champion Brock Lesnar, Rey Mysterio, and Shane Velasquez regarding to recent attacks from Rey to Lesnar. Heyman says the Beast will be 100% this Sunday and was not hurt. And just to show that Rey versus Brock at Survivor Series will not be a no-holds-barred match. Heyman says we will see either Rey pulls off a miracle and avenges his family, or we will see Lesnar destroy Rey in such a brutal manner that the footage will have to be removed from the WWE archives. Paul Heyman says it won't be a 5-second match. It will be a public torture session. It will be massacre and that not a production. It's a spoiler. We go back to Charlie, who is with Rey. Now Rey calls over Humberto Carrillo first and congratulates him on his success and how he representing Hispanic and tells him to keep it going. They embrace. Humberto walks off. Rey talks trash about Brock Lesnar and has the same pipe that he used for the past few weeks, saying he's bringing to Chicago with him. Rey Mysterio says this is a no-holds-barred stipulation. It's to his advantage, not Brock. He goes on and says the old Rey Mysterio will be demanding an apology, but he's not coming to Survivor Series for an apology. He's coming for the WWE title. Rey goes on and dedicates this match to his son. I don't see Rey Mysterio taking the championship away from Brock Lesnar. I just don't see that in Survivor Series. That's just my opinion. Asuka versus Natalya. We all seen this match. This match was garbage. We go to the ring, and out comes first the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, the Kabuki Warriors, which is I don't really care about. Asuka with Kairi Sane. Back to commercial. Back from the break, out comes Natalya. Asuka waits in the corner, and Kairi Sane looks on. They tangle and trade holds early on. Natalya takes Asuka down. We get a stalemate as they smile at each other. Asuka offers her handshake, but just playing mind games. Natalya isn't having it. She hits Asuka. They collide in the middle of the ring, and just fires Asuka up. Another conclusion, and Asuka is talk trash. Natalya catches a hip attack. They tangle some more, and Asuka hits a big strike, including a spinning back fist for a close 2 count. Asuka takes her time keeping Natalya down with a big boot to the head. Asuka talks trash and keeps Natalya down, but her arm now. Asuka with the octopus stretch in the middle of the ring. Now, as Natalya screams in pain, Asuka locks it in some more by trying to get the submission. They tangle to the mat, and Natalya rolls through for a drop kick. More back and forth, and for now, Natalya with a snap suplex, Natalya with a strike into the corner. Now Asuka charges in corner, but Natalya moves. Natalya with more offense encounters in a German suplex for a 2. Natalya keeps the offense going and hits a big clothesline for a 2 count. As Kairi looks on, Asuka fights out of the hole and back elbows Natalya. Kairi ends up following at ringside and charging to drop her, but Natalya drops her first instead. Natalya fights off both opponents on the floor as the referee counts. Natalya brings Asuka back in, and Kairi continues to distract her. Asuka leaves Natalya with a huge kick to the head for the pin to win. The winner of the match, Asuka. After the match, the Kabuki Warriors stand tall with their titles as the music hits. Natalya is still laid out. Still to come, Randy Orton, a partner versus the Viking Raiders. Back to commercial break. The Viking Raiders versus Randy Orton and Ricochet. We go to the ring for tonight's non-title main event, and our first Randy Orton. His partner, his opponents are out next. The WWE Raw Tag Team Champions, the Viking Raiders, Erick and LeVar. Orton walks around the ringside, waits for his partner Ricochet. The music hits, and out comes Ricochet to team with the Viper. Ricochet and Erick start things off. Erick manhandles Ricochet for some offense. Erick tackles Ricochet and powers up, then down. Ricochet counters some moves and hits a drop kick. Erick goes to the floor to regroup. Ricochet gets caught by Erick, but Randy Orton makes a save from behind on the floor. Randy Orton also takes out LeVar as he comes over to get involved. Ricochet goes on going at it with Erick. Erick levels Ricochet with a huge strike, but Orton slams Erick back fist on the apron. The camera cuts backstage to Dolph Ziggler, Robert Roode, King Corbin, and other SmackDown superstars attacking Raw superstars in the back arena. Cedric Alexander flies into the fight, but Roode and Ziggler beats him down as we go back to the commercial. After the break, Orton and Erick grounded in the middle of the ring. More back and forth as Erick gets an opening. Ricochet springboards and misses LeVar as he charges in. More counters between the two. Ricochet with an insecurity. LeVar ducks a springboard back with a big back elbow on Ricochet. LeVar rocks Randy Orton off the apron and launches Ricochet on the floor. LeVar runs the ropes for a huge dive to Orton and Ricochet on the floor. LeVar brings Randy Orton back in the ring and launches Ricochet at the barricade. Orton kicks LeVar and hits a second rope draping DDT to him. Fans pop. Orton stands tall and then hits the mat. The SmackDown music hits, and out comes Heavy Machinery, Cesaro, Lucha House Party, King, Baron Corbin, Bobby Roode, Dolph Ziggler, and others. The referee calls the match no contest. After the bell, SmackDown continues to dominate the red brand. Superstars, the Viking Raiders, pull some SmackDown superstars to the floor as they brawl continues. The only ones in the ring now are Randy Orton, Ricochet, the Viking Raiders. The blue team regroups at ringside. NXT superstars Tommaso Ciampa, Matt Riddle, Keith Lee, Pete Dunne, the NXT Cruiserweight Champion Leah Russ, and several other superstars. Several others run down and destroys the blue team at ringside while all Orton and Ricochet, the Viking Raiders, watch from the ring. Team NXT and Team Raw face off now. Several more NXT superstars come from the crowd and surrounded the ring now. Another dozen includes the Forgotten Sons and many others. Team NXT attacked, but Ricochet and Randy Orton delivered an RKO. And in a recoil, a huge brawl breaks out now. Seth Rollins' music hits as he runs down, along with the OC, Humberto Carrillo, the Street Profits, and others. Their huge tree brawl breaks out all over the arena. Now, Triple H appears on the big screen from backstage. He says, "This is just the beginning, because in 6 days, we will finish this at Survivor Series and prove that NXT is the premier brand." Triple H says, "Until then, Wednesday night on NXT, the doors will be wide open," as he invites everyone to bring what they want to the show, which brand they're fighting for. The huge tree brand brawl continues, and out of the ring, a few dozens of superstars going at it. Raw goes off the air. The ending was good. No matter what, the brawl between Raw, SmackDown, and NXT were good. That was a good ending. But the rest of the show was just garbage. That's all I gotta say from there. If you guys enjoyed my WWE Raw reviewing results, a tropical brawl on a go home show, drop a like on this video, share the video, comment down below what you guys think of Raw, because Raw was garbage. The only two matches that was good was Seth Rollins versus Andrade and Kevin Owens versus Drew McIntyre. Those are the only two good shows, but I give this show a 2 out of 10. That's just my own opinion, and that's all I gotta say from that. But the rest of the show was garbage. But only 2 matches was good. That's all I gotta say. But anyway, this your boy, Big Boy Johnny 25, KFG family. I'll talk to you guys later, and I'm out of here.